There are all kinds of famous paintings in the world, as everyone knows. But some paintings are famous for their horror. Some even say they've been cursed after looking at them. Are you brave enough to look? Welcome to Horror Stories from around the world. I'm Tracy, and today I bring you the most terrifying paintings in the world. If you like watching horror videos, please subscribe to the channel. Number 5. The Rock Bee Venus. The Rock Bee Venus was created by Spanish painter Diego Velázquez in the 17th century. He was nurtured by the King of Spain and hired as a court painter. He was told to only paint the members of the royal family, and that nudity is not allowed. During that time, nudity in paintings were considered appalling and disgraceful, but Velázquez was the exception, because he was a well-respected court painter. In 1914, the Rock Bee Venus was destroyed by a woman by the name of Mary Richardson. Mary had hidden a meat cleaver when she went to the museum and slashed the painting multiple times, leaving knife marks sliced across Venus' back and hip. As a result, the painting was severely damaged and Mary was arrested by the police and received a 6-month jail sentence as a punishment. Richardson's view was that if people were outraged by her own attack on the painting, which was a mere representation of physical beauty, they should be equally or more outraged over the government's treatment of Pankhurst, a real embodiment of moral beauty. Emmeline Pankhurst, a member of the militant Women's Social and Political Union and campaigner of women's voting rights, was arrested in extraordinarily violent circumstances the day prior. This painting might not be as terrifying as the others on the list, but there's a reason why it's a forbidden painting. Number 4. Love Letters. This painting was a modern replica by Richard King of a work entitled Love Letters painted by Charles Trevor Garland. The story goes that a 4-year-old named Samantha Houston chased her ball down the grand stairs and tripped and fell to her death. It was hung up on the 5th floor of the Driskill Hotel in Austin, Texas. People reported feeling dizzy around the painting, nauseous, and having strange sensations like being lifted off the ground. Number 3. The Anguished Man. The Anguished Man is a painting created by an unknown artist. A man named Sean Robinson inherited this from his grandmother. In 1985, his grandma took the painting home and hid the painting in the attic. Ever since then, his grandma said she could often hear painful screams from the attic and warned her family not to look at the painting. According to him, the artist who created this painting mixed his own blood into the paint and died by suicide soon after finishing the work. Later, in 2010, Sean Robinson tried to prove the painting was normal by hanging it on the wall. Ever since then, there have been supernatural incidents such as strange noises and fog in the house, and the door opening and closing in the middle of the night. If you approach the painting in the middle of the night, you could even see ghostly shadows of people in the paintings turning into life and screaming in pain. In the end, Sean packed it up and hid it in the basement, and the bizarre things came to a stop. He has since then uploaded a video of this painting on his YouTube channel, sharing his own experiences. Number 2. Anatomical Pieces. Theodore Jericho used this painting to portray the scene of a body being dismembered. It is a series of works created by him from corpses brought by a morgue in Paris. When you see this painting, the person in the painting is actually a portrayal of a real corpse. Number 1. Woman of the Rain. Woman of the Rain was created by Ukrainian painter Svetlana Telets. It took her a month to complete this portrait. After the exhibition, the painting was very popular and was quickly sold. However, what Telets didn't expect was the mysterious girl in the painting frightened buyers, and she was returned all 3 times it was sold. Buyers complained that looking at this portrait gives them a primitive sense of fear. Svetlana also said, "When I painted this portrait, it was as if I was hinted by someone." She recalled that day, she was sitting in front of a clean canvas when suddenly she saw an outline of a woman clearly. A month later, Woman of the Rain came out and was quickly sold. Even so, nightmares followed. First, a single woman brought the portrait and hung it in her bedroom, but just 2 weeks later, she called Tullets and cried, "Take this away, quickly. I can't sleep looking at it. I feel like there's another person in the room." I heard footsteps and knocking. The second time, a young man brought the portrait. Similarly, he couldn't bear it for long. He sent the painting back without even asking for a refund and complained to Tullets. I dreamed of her. She would show up every night and follow me closely. I'm going crazy. This painting scares me. The third buyer is also a man. He didn't care about the bad reputation of the girl in the rain, but it turned out that he too felt agitated and bothered. He told Tullets, "I didn't notice at first that she had white eyes. Later, these eyes appeared everywhere. I started to have headaches and became more emotional for no reason. This is not what I need." And the painting has been returned for the third time. Rumors began to spread throughout the city of Venezia that the painting was cursed and could drive people crazy in the night. It wasn't until 10 years later, when experts carefully studied the painting, they found that the paint on the eyelids of the woman in the painting was very thick. There was nothing unusual when it was bright during the day, but at night, when the light reaches a certain angle, the paint will reflect shadows, creating the illusion of having opened eyes. Another statement made by the Ukrainian police after an in-depth investigation was that the canvas used for the painting was soaked with hallucinogens. In the end, it led to the most evil painting in the world, Girl in the Rain. Psychedelic gas can be gradually released at room temperature in a normal state, and when this gas gathers to a certain amount indoors, it can make people hallucinate to varying degrees. This made those buyers hallucinate. Do you believe it is caused by drugs or something else? If you want to watch more horror stories, don't forget to like, subscribe, and ring the bell. See you in the next video.